Your analysis, was there a knockout blow for Sunak tonight? Because he needed one. He needed one.
No, there wasn't. But I respectfully disagree with Darren in the sense that he said it was a score draw. I don't think it was. I think Liz Truss edged that. There was fear in his eyes during some of the questions there. He looked a bit like a rabbit caught in the car headlights at some points. She didn't, not for 1 second. And I mean, I know there was interruptions, but it is a debate. I didn't think there were that many interruptions. I mean, you know, we all were in there watching it, making notes. But I think what Rishi was trying to do was say that I'm honest, John. I'm the guy who, because he was accused of ousting Boris, and he said, because I believed I had to. He said, I support him. He said, but we disagreed fundamentally on the economy. He said, and I just had to say enough is enough. He's trying to come across as the guy who will be honest with the British people. She is trying to come across as Margaret Thatcher. And I have to tell you, she looked a bit Thatcherite tonight. She was very strong. I mean, she wasn't buckling at any point.
Stanley Johnson, lots of Boris loyalists have come out for Liz Truss. Are you backing the Truss train?
I'm obviously pleased that Liz Truss made the point that she stuck with the Prime Minister to the end, and I give her a plus for Truss on that. I said
she didn't throw him under the bus.
But no, good. That's not. I must not do that. Now, going to the point, though.
Yeah.
Just leave that aside. I was interested in the substance of 3 questions. China. I worry that both candidates are kind of bidding up, we're tough on China. I worry about that. It doesn't seem to me to be particularly realistic or sensible. We have to work with China on key issues, and both, I think, know it. But both are also playing to the audience, which I think is going to be the voter. Do you see? So we've got this dilemma. Here they are trying to win the Tory vote, which means you have to express things a certain way. When it comes to policy for the country as a whole, you might want to be much more nuanced. I think the China issue is a very, very good example of that. I mean, I'm not expecting us to declare war on China with either of them. Now, the other point is I think that neither of them have forgotten about Brexit, but they ought to forget about Brexit. And they ought to be doing now an effort to really rebuild the relationship with Europe. I don't get that sense at all that the real priority now is to reconstruct a new architecture as we go forward. Not Great Britain, but a new architecture which says we work with...
But you're backing Truss over Sunak?
I will back Truss over Sunak.
OK.
That is where I stand. But I think both of them did a fine job. Both of them would be fine Prime Minister.